Hey, it's One Plucky Pixel here, and welcome back to another creative design tutorial. In today's video, we will cover how to add a faux blur in Adobe Photoshop. As you can see, we do have our image here, and overall it is fairly in focus. But of course, I do want to add a depth of field blur towards the back of the image while retaining clarity on the model herself. In this case, I do have my image as a smart object. If your layer is not a smart object, please do so. All you have to do is right-click and then select Convert to Smart Object like so. In this case, while it is selected, I will go over here to Layer and Duplicate Layer. I then select OK. And from here, we have our duplicated layer ready to go. In this case, I will toggle it off for now. I'm actually going to create a group. This is a very interesting step because we do have to maintain clarity on the model while allowing for a blur on the background. If this does not make sense, it will in time, I promise. From here, I will go back to my original layer. And zooming in, I will use the Quick Selection tool. I'm going to select it like so. And I'll use the regular option over here. Very carefully, I'm going to click and move my mouse to select the umbrella and also the model herself. Now, roughly, I do want the selection to go over here, down towards her knees, just like so. And of course, I can zoom in further to refine it. Alright, I think we are more or less good to go. I'll go ahead and use Select and Mask. And from here, I'm going to utilize my Smart Radius. This will actually refine my mask further. I'm just going to use 1 to 2 pixels only. And then select OK. Now, while I have my selection active, I'm actually going to click on the group over here. And from here, I will add a layer mask. Now, unfortunately, nothing is in the group at the moment. However, I can take my copied layer and place it inside. From here, I will now activate the layer. Additionally, what I need to do now is actually invert the mask. This layer over here will take the blur effect that I will add. However, the blur will only occur within the model. We actually want the opposite. So in this case, I will click my mask. I'm going to hold Command on my keyboard and press I. In other words, Control or Command I. As you can see, the mask is now inverted. From here, I will now select the duplicated layer. I will then go to Filter, Blur, Gaussian Blur. And from here, we can see the blur start to come into effect. Now we do want blur on the background over here, but of course we do want the foreground in focus. I think right about here is fine, so I will select OK. And of course, because this is a smart object, I can always go back over here, double click on my Gaussian blur, and increase it, decrease it, or place it back to the way it was. Now, in this case, I have to refine this image. I do want the bottom portion back in focus. To do so, I'm actually going to use a quick mask down here. And once more, I'm going to use the brush tool. I'm going to make it fairly large. I do want a large, soft brush. Something in this vicinity. Let's go for 600. I'm also going to lower down the hardness. I do want this to be a fairly soft brush. I'm just going to zoom out. And from here, we can bring back that foreground, just like that. I'm going to use a slightly smaller brush now to bring back some of the details around the knees. Let's do 300. Now, of course, if you do want a smoother gradation, you can also change the opacity of the brush. In this case, I will go down to 15%. And as you can see, I can very carefully bring back some of that focus. Right about there is pretty good. Now, additionally, I do have to clean up my mask. As you can see, there are some rough edges here. So in this case, I will go back to my mask on the group. I'm going to change the settings on my brush. In this case, I want a full opacity. I'm going to use a smaller brush size as well, and also upping the hardness. I really want to carefully clean up these edges. Just like that. And from here, I can refine the edge just like so. This will take me a little while, but we will be back momentarily. Now at this point, I think the model looks fairly decent. However, there is one more step. As you can see, if I zoom in, we can see a slight haze of color emanating from the umbrella. Unfortunately, this is a byproduct of the Gaussian blur. It's actually extending the image just a little bit due to the blur effect. Now, thankfully, we can correct this using the Smudge Tool. In this case, we actually have to convert the smart object into a rasterized layer. In order to do so, all we have to do is select the layer. We then right-click and select Rasterize Layer. From here, I'm going to utilize my Smudge Tool. For now, I do want a softer edge, and your strength should be fairly low. I would recommend 15 to 20%. And as an example, I can zoom in over here, and using my Smudge Tool, let me go just a little larger. I can push in that excess just like that. You can see that we do have a more refined edge after we use the Smudge Tool. Once more, this will take me a hot minute, so I will be back shortly. Alright, and just like that, our new image is complete. We do in fact have a faux blur using the Gaussian blur filter on the background, but of course we did keep the model in focus as well. Now, like always, if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out in the comments below, and I hope to see you in the next video. Till next time, thank you so much for watching.